What's going on, guys? It's Max back here with another Sea of Thieves video, and today I'm going to be doing a no-nonsense guide on how to complete the Shroudbreaker tall tale. Okay, so first, you just want to go to any outpost, doesn't matter which outpost you go to, and then you go to the mysterious stranger, and on the right of him is a book, and it says the Shroudbreaker. Then you press the prompt, you vote for the Shroudbreaker, and then you start the voyage. The mysterious stranger will then continue to talk about the Devil's Shroud and the Golden Shores and a bunch of other stuff about the Tall Tales itself and the Shroudbreaker as well. Then he'll give you this journal, which is actually the journal from the Pirate Lord himself. So as we continue reading this book about the journal of the Pirate Lord, it just talks about a bunch of the Shores of Gold and what he wanted to do, and then there's a ancient artifact, the Shroudbreaker, that can break the Devil's Shroud and actually continue beyond the mist itself. But then it talks about how they were ambushed by Burning Blade, or it might be Infernal something as well. It does change a little bit, the story does change a little bit. Then there is a point where they fight between Crooked Masts and Old Crook's Hollow, okay? So that's in between those two islands and stuff, and it's actually a pretty big part of the sea. But then it says that the Magpies Wing then crashes, so we need to find the wreck of the Magpie. So the wreck of the Magpie, it actually isn't that very hard to find, and it's in between Crook's Hollow right here and Crooked Masts right over here. So we actually want to go down in between the N and the O, and then in between 13 and 14, and right around here is an unmarked island. There's like 3 little islands, and that's where the wreck is. So sail to this point and find the wreck. I'm actually sailing from Daggertooth, and this is actually Sharktooth Key right here, and then just a little bit ahead you can see a little tree, you can see some trees right here, and that's the unmarked island, and that's where we want to go. So as I said, right around NO and 13 and 14 on the map, here is the unmarked island that we are looking for. So as we go onto this island, you might actually recognize this island if you guys have been playing The Hungering Deep. If you guys played Sea of Thieves by then, The Hungering Deep was, you actually had to find Merrick's journals, and so Merrick, he actually has a little temple underneath this island, but right over here is actually the shipwreck right here. So the shipwreck, it contains the pages of the ship's log. So right on this side, this is the Magpies Wing right here, and it's always here. The wreck is always here, it does not move, it is not a specific place. So then we look over here, and right on this floor right here, this is the Magpie ship log. So we pick that up, and then those are added pages to the Tall Tale book. So as soon as I get out of here, I'll check out those pages and I'll show you guys where to go next. I do want to also add really quick that there might be like a storm or maybe fog blocking this, but actually just go to NO 14, 13, and you will find this island. It was a little bit harder because before, when I actually did this my first time, it was surrounded by fog and it was very hard to see. But now the island does not move, it is not some special island that moves, the shipwreck does not move, it only stays in one place, and you will always get the Magpies thing. So as we go into this book, after the end of the 10th page, there's the Magpies ship log. So we keep on looking at the ship log, and it says, anchoring down east side of Plunder Valley, captain's gone ashore, Burning Blade, they're fleeing east, passing some small shallow island, continuing east, coming up the short chain of islands, turning southeast, dropping the chest overboard, north of a small island, heading northeast. They actually dropped off the chest and actually went northeast here and actually got wrecked by the Burning Blade. So if we actually look at the map and actually look at the text, it says that they anchored down east of Plunder Valley, right here. So then the Burning Blade came after them and they fled east. And they saw a small shallow island, which is Chicken Isle. And then they kept going east and met a series of islands known as Snake Island. So then they went southeast and anchored north of a small shallow island, which is Paradise Spring. So right a little bit north of Paradise Spring is this ancient chest that holds a specific artifact in the Sea of Thieves. So now I am right at the northeast side of Paradise Spring, and so we shall just jump into the water here, and we should just look around really fast, and you will see a sparkling little chest right at this base of the island over here, and this is the ancient chest. So you want to pick up the ancient chest, you want to bring it to the island or your ship and open it. So I brought it back to my ship, and now we open it. So right here it says take pages, so we take the pages, and then there's a crab totem. So we got a crab now. So before, I actually had a scarab totem. So this specific part of the tall tale does change depending on which one you have. So now we just take out the book and we continue to look at the pages. So we see that these are actually islands. On the left side, it shows like the whole crab totem and where the point is, and it says, are these islands, and beyond the drowned tunnel, the crab protects his lair. So, and then we need to look at the map and check which islands this turns up with. So if we can look to the left, that's actually Shipwreck Bay and Crooked Masts. So we look at Shipwreck Bay, Crooked Masts, and then we see Kraken's Fall. So Kraken's Fall is right here, and then we see Shark Tooth Key right there, and so a little bit southwest there's an X, so a little bit southwest, and that actually might be the same island that we went to before, so we're gonna go over there and check it out. I also want to tell you guys, please do not forget this totem, okay? Do not forget the totem that you get from the ancient chest, because if you do, you're gonna have to go all the way back and you probably won't find it, and it'll be just a terrible time for you, and that actually will not fail the Tall Tale quest, but it's just gonna take a very long time for you to find that, and you might as well just cancel the quest then. So please keep an eye on your totem, keep an eye on everything that you have when you're doing the Tall Tale stuff to make sure that you don't lose it. So as we look at the book and we see that the X is here, this is actually the island, and then it says beyond the drowned tunnel, the crab protects his lair. So we want to take the chest with the totem and pass this journal right here about the Devil's Shroud. That's actually for one of the accommodations of this little tall tale as well. So we want to go into this tunnel right here, and this is the drowned tunnel that they were talking about, and this is also actually a reused tunnel from the Hungering Deep. This is actually one of Merrick's secret little hideout places underneath the sea. So this is actually like a whole layer that's underneath the island, which is actually very cool, and that they're actually using these more. So actually we just swim up through here, and then we come up for air right here, and then we're out. So then we go up onto the shore right over here, and we'll follow, and look, here's the crab right here. So, because this is all of Merrick's journals and stuff, crab is right here. You want to take out the crab totem, and then this goes for all of them as well. So you want to take the crab totem, you want to look at the crab, you want to look at the cave paintings, and around the cave paintings there should be a little key just like this, and then you place the totem and a secret passage will open. It is super cool. This is awesome. I love stuff like this. Secret passages, secret tunnels, love it. Can't get enough of it. Now as we go into this tunnel, there's going to be the first trial that actually can kill you. So you want to look at all this stuff and look how just amazing this stuff is. And then we want to look at these stuff. And then this is like little, I guess like torches places that you want to look at. So you want to take out your lantern and light them. So if you guys are not all ready for this, I suggest that you guys get ready for it, because this can actually kill you. Okay, so this actually might kill you. So now I'm going to light the last brazier, and then we're trapped. And water will continue to rise, and then there's these 4 pillars that we need to look at. So if we actually look at the book really fast, we can actually see that there's different parts and different combinations that we can look at. That's on the right side of the page. So we want to look at, let's try the first one, and you just turn the blocks around. So that's like the Shroudbreaker, and then the people with the sword, the guy with the sword, and then guy with the sword, and then we'll check it out and enter the solution. Now that was wrong, so now we have to keep going and not worry about the water that's quickly filling up. And then we look, there's water, and then the water, and then the boat with the water again, and then the guy holding up the Shroudbreaker will enter that solution as well, and that is also wrong. So then what we need to do is actually go through here, go through the Shroudbreaker, guy with the Shroudbreaker, and then the three people, and the three people right here. Everything is alright, everything is good. And then we enter the solution again, and that is completed. So depending on which island you're at, this will show a specific location on the island where there are medallions. So right where this little circle of light is, that is actually a vault medallion, and you need 3 of these. So you look at the island, and that's actually right at the entrance. So I need to swim back out of the entrance, pick that up, bring that back, and put it into the vault, and then that will give you a new one. And then you do that again, get the medallion, bring it back, put it in the vault, get the medallion, bring it back, put it in the vault. So that is what I'll do right now. I'll show you guys some of the locations right here, but you guys have to put the vault key in before you get the next one. You have to do that. You have to put 1 in, and then you get a new one. You gotta put 1 in, then you get a new one. Put 1 in, and then you'll open up the vault. And now I'm going to swim back out of this tunnel, and it's a bit dark right now, but right on this little top part right here, here's the crab medallion. So we pick up the medallion, and then we just have to swim all the way back. So you just return the vault medallion and place it into the little tomb thing itself, and then it shows on the island where something is next. So this is actually on the so now we're back up onto the shore, and then this is the little island that they showed. So we then just look right over here, and then we strike the ground, and it ain't there. So we're gonna look over here, and there it is. So then the medallion comes up a little bit, and skeletons will most likely spawn, and these are actually new skeletons. They're new, like, coralized skeletons, and they look very, very cool. So they're just like the grass skeletons as well. So it's really just sword will kill them fast. I don't really use the gun. I haven't really used the gun on them yet, but I'm pretty sure it's just as effective. But I just use the sword for those guys. They're pretty simple. So now we go back to the little vault, put the vault key in, and get the last one. So now we're back at the vault, and we just place the vault key in, and then we get a new one. So it changes, and then there's the new one right here. So that is, I'm actually not positive where that one is. I think it's just outside in the sea somewhere, right on. I think that's a rock right on the sea, because then there's coral and leaves right there. So I'll look out at the sea. I'll look for it, and all you have to do is just look for it. Look for the like, get a general idea where to look for, and then you'll probably just see shining of gold and shimmering in the sea, or like shimmering if it's like just placed down somewhere, or just look for the specific little general area and then just dig around the area and you'll probably find it. So this one was a little bit more difficult for me to find, actually. Ow! Fuck! But anyway, we just run down over here before we get fucking eaten by a shark and pick up the last medallion. Go, 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 go! But anyway, so this one was a little bit more difficult, but I was just swimming around for a little bit, and just swim around, wander around, and you'll most likely find it before this fucking shark eats me, hopefully. Don't eat me! No! Fuck. Okay, so I'm going to now take the vault key right back to the vault and place it back in, and that should be the end of this Tall Tale quest. Alright, after you've gotten all 3 vault keys and vault medallions, you just click that. Everything is all good. That completes, and then the secret passage opens up right here, and this is the Shroudbreaker that we were so desperately trying to get. So we grab the Shroudbreaker, and we just return it back to the mysterious stranger at any of the outposts. It really does not matter. So then this is actually the very first part of all of the Tall Tale quests. So as you can see right here, if we go into Tall Tales, there's 9 of them, and I've done 2, and I'm gonna be starting 3, 4, 5, and 6. But I'll have walkthroughs on each one. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to I'll do the Cursed Rogue next as well. They do change a little bit. I do want to let you know that they do change just a little bit. And all you have to do is just look out for that, and it really doesn't matter. Hopefully I don't drown, because I've been sitting in this water for a while. So now we have gotten the Shroudbreaker, and you could have brought the ancient chest with you if you wanted to put it in, and I actually found a mermaid emerald as well. But now I'm just gonna go to Ancient Spire Outpost, which is southeast, and then you just bring it back to a mysterious stranger. It doesn't need to be the same mysterious stranger that you brought it to. It really doesn't matter. It's the same guy pretty much, actually. So you just bring it to the southeast, bring it to an outpost, no matter where you are, and then give it to him. He'll talk for a little bit, and then you've completed the Shroudbreaker quest. Alright, so now we have the Shroudbreaker, and now we just have to bring it back to the mysterious stranger, and then he talks to us about the next Tall Tale in the series.
Great Ramsay's ghost. I heard all the stories, but to actually hold the Shroudbreaker in my hands, I never thought I'd see the day. Something's wrong. There should be 4 jewels set in the base that grant the Shroudbreaker its power, but they've been removed. Without them, you won't last 5 minutes in that fog. Now let me think. I did hear tell that Captain Briggsy made it to the shores of gold. If that's true, she might know the whereabouts of these missing stones. Not that she'd ever say. Sometimes, even the best pirates fall victim to their greed or hatred, and it changes them, strips the flesh from their bones, gives them power, but twists them up inside. Briggsy is one such abomination. People call them skeleton lords, and most pirates flee at their approach. Not even the Order of Souls dares challenge them, and rightly so, but you are going to have to hunt one down. I have eyes and ears across the Sea of Thieves. If you gather any of the missing pieces, I'll see they're restored to the Shroudbreaker on your behalf. For now, head to Plunder Outpost and speak with Madame Olivia about Briggsy's whereabouts. Remember, skeleton lords are not to be taken lightly.
So yeah, guys, so for the next Tall Tale, the Cursed Rogue, we have to go to Madame Olivia at Plunder Outpost. So if you want to go and start up on that, head over to Plunder Outpost right now, and then go talk to Madame Olivia, and right at the left of her, right on the left side of her actually, is a book, and that is actually another Tall Tale book. So then just vote for that, and then you'll start another Tall Tale. So yeah, that's the complete no-nonsense guide for the Shroudbreaker, guys. Let people know, just help people out. Yeah, and other than that, boys, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that ad revenue bullshit. Gotta love it, gotta have it. Alright, thank you very much, boys. See you in the seas. Peace!